Hello and
Yo,
welcome. I love this energy we're starting out with this morning. Welcome to Productivity and Procrastination. He's James, I'm Joe, and we're both procrastinators
and
looking
this
to
is
get.
season 2, episode 44.
Did you just know the episode number? Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. All right. I see you. All right, James. James. James.
Yeah.
How's that pineapple juice?
Well, not bad. I just don't have any coffee this morning. Because I was so lazy, I didn't make any last night.
Mm-hmm. What
Which is the
stopped you from
theme of
making it
my
this
week.
morning? What stopped you from making it this morning? The same thing that stopped you last night.
Possible.
Okay. Well,
The true answer would be I also have Red Bulls in the fridge, so
mm,
eh.
yeah.
We'll see if the wife makes the coffee.
Well, luckily for you, we are going from procrastinators to protectinators, so we
What?
can learn to make our own coffee.
Oh, productinators. Oh, okay. What
Productinators.
is this word he threw up?
Are we ready to become productinators?
I
I
don't
feel
know.
ready.
Depends on how your week went, Joe.
Well, I don't like that you asked me about my week first.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so
Great.
let me tell you about my week. What is this week? Week 43? 44?
Well, we called it week 40 for episode 44, but
So it's week
it could have been
44.
43. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, who cares? Go on.
I'm going on. Um I didn't wake up early a single day. Um it was hard getting to bed early in order to wake up early. Either it's not that I didn't go to bed early. Like on at least two of the nights I went to bed early, but couldn't fall asleep.
Mm.
And then woke up at work time.
Mm.
And but there was a day that I spent a maybe maybe an hour and a half drawing on my character. I did another drawing that I'm really happy with. But
Excuse me.
you are excused. The listeners will love to know all of those insights. But yeah, it was hard getting to bed early. Either I couldn't sleep, or you know, I was busy. Like this week, I had two birthday parties. I had one Friday.
People being born. My
Yeah, I
goodness.
know, right? How dare they? And then one on Saturday. And I only had to plan one of them. And it was okay. So there's a couple things I want to work on this week. One, it's not just like I want to be able to work on my illustration and draw other things. But I also don't want illustration time to only be in the morning. Like, that's not how I want it to be. I don't want it to be slotted in only morning time. Um,
I hear you.
so, excuse me. I'm going to be working on that this week. Is kind of just um, doing it more during the day and get to wake up early this week. Because I do love that early morning time. Like, it's so nice to get stuff done. Um, but yeah, that's the plan this week. I didn't do a lot of anything this week. But today is my wake up and be an artist day, so I should get a lot done today, which thank goodness. So I'm a podcaster for just a part of the day, and the rest of the day I'm an artiste.
And this would be the first real time that you've kind of defined it in that way. Is that right?
No,
Like,
this will be the second time. The first time I was a little still too strict on what that meant. Like it meant working on illustration all day, whereas opposed to doing other
stretching
things.
out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Well, that'll be a little freeing, hopefully.
yeah, yeah. This is something I have to practice, but I do think I think there is value in treating it as though this was your everyday.
Oh, then. I
Yeah,
mean, you're set up for success. I mean, okay, you had some crappy nights and mornings. Well, who hasn't? So,
yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're set up. I mean, the only real additions to what you're saying is basically, I can affirm exactly what you're saying because I had a crap week too. So,
All right, well, let's get on to that. Tell us about your week, Yams. What were your goals going into the week?
my let me tell you about my week.
Tell
So,
me about that week.
I defeated myself with just phone and sleep. It was just like so much that I'm gonna try to make a rule where I don't pick up my phone. Like, unless certain requirements are met, you know? Like, I am
Just doom scrolling?
at work or not necessarily doom scrolling. I mean, I listen to stuff. It was just like constant content, you know? And I just, just like everything. Sports, whatever. Doesn't matter. You know, random woodworking stuff, yard things, just anything that interested me. It was like I was just constantly, and if I wasn't doing that, I was sleeping. And then I just have to go to and get ready to work or I was in the middle of just like waiting for times to happen to like do things with people, and so I'd just waste my time. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like basically I need to refocus everything. I need to get my mind back in the game. I'm I have just been so flooded with content, that I haven't had any time to just be in the moment and think. So, I mean, for me, I need to get back to basics. And I'm kind of how I opened up my day so I could spend Thursdays with my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if she doesn't get up early, then I waste the morning because I'm like, oh, I need to do something with my daughter, so I'll waste the whole morning. She'll get up late, begin stuff that, and it turns into a whole day of I just use it to like do nothing. So yes, I spend time with my daughter, but I don't get anything done either. So what I'm trying to do this week, I think, is push basically my family into Wednesday. So I'll do stuff with my daughter on Wednesday and with Heather, if she wants to do a shoot or whatever, or just wants to do something, we can do it on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I can have my whole day, which I think I need. I think I need a whole day to be in the mode and not have any interruptions and not have something planned in the middle of it so that it'll give me excuse to waste half of it.
Yep.
It's just not working. So getting back to the basics for me is what I need to do. Um, Refocus and not allow myself to look at YouTube
Mm-hmm.
and win back my mornings. And
Yeah.
so yeah, that's
It's a rough week for both of us. It sounds like.
dude, you don't know how those little things just add up, but they don't even just add up. They reposition the way you're thinking to get less done. Because
Mm-hmm.
I should be in the moment. I should be focused on what I want to do. And when you get off track, um, it does sometimes take you a while to realize what is going on. And if it wasn't for the fact that we have this podcast, what I was doing this morning was sitting on the couch thinking, what the crap has gone wrong this week? And how can I fix it?
Yeah.
Um,
The accountability that this podcast gives is worth more than any amount of willpower. Being able to take a look at your week, reflect on it, discuss it, it's invaluable. And that's why I recommend anybody who's listening to get in the Discord, find someone, or even just put out your goals, and then I'll ask you, how's your week going? Like having someone that's listening, or even if you don't want to do the Discord, put your goals up on social media of some sort. Be like, oh, this is my goals for the week, and then update when the week's over. Some sort of accountability, because if you keep it all to yourself, then it's easy to let yourself down. It's a lot harder to let everybody down.
Having that checkpoint,
Mm-hmm.
that date where
The one
you
that
got
makes you
to
look back.
you got to say what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, well, if it was total crap, you could reset, hopefully.
Something I'm noticing about myself is there's a slowdown that happens the longer it takes to do something. Like this illustration.
Mm-hmm.
Like the longer it takes, the slower I do it. And which tells me I need to dump more time into it so that I'm actually getting it done in a timely manner with the next one. Like where I'm spending more time getting it complete. Well, I mean, there's a lot of hurdles for this one, and that's just part of the creation process, and that's fine. I just mean, like, because it's taking longer, I'm taking longer to do it because there's not as much will to do it. So I'm going to be... It's something that I think will fix itself over time because I will get faster at making illustrations. I just think I'm currently working through it.
I mean, what jumps out to me is basically kind of what I've been saying about where I'm at. It's like I need the focus. I need to be in the moment and not just letting life pass by and allowing everything to just keep me busy.
Mm-hmm.
Busy for busyness sake.
Yeah.
I need to limit myself so that I can refocus and get back on track. So I think the phone thing's a big deal.
Yeah. There's a reason why my phone is not within reach of my bed.
Oh, that's
Ever.
nice.
Yeah. It's just like,
It's
it's so dangerous to have it there because my brain will be like, okay, well, you could get up or you could look at videos. And then I'll spend an hour or 2 hours just looking at videos and wake up feeling like crap because I wasted 2 hours doing nothing. You don't feel good after doom scrolling or doing these. You don't feel like you're satisfied, or it just eventually you have to pull yourself out of it.
yeah.
Like you just ripped off a band-aid. You don't feel good. You just feel gross.
Content feels like a bad word now to me almost, It's like, oh, more content, It's like there's plenty of content out there. I'm focused on having a better life. So I need to re jump into that and I can learn about how to build things in my backyard when I'm building things in my backyard. I
Yeah.
need to
Yeah.
figure out all these. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what were your plans going into this week? I know you mentioned writing, and then what else did you have planned?
Not much. I just assumed I would just jump into stuff on my day, but my day turned into
Monday.
is not really like wasn't really efficiently designed. It was designed to fail. It was what it was designed for. So now if I can just have a single day where it's all rests on me. So if I fail, I can no nothing to blame but myself. But to refocus during the week so that I can get to a point where my day will be successful, because if I'm not in the right frame of mind going into it, then it's more likely to be just a meh day.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas having my week build into an anticipatory kind of situation where I know what I want to work on, and then when the day comes, able to harness all that, that is a much better formula for success. So,
Okay. What steps are you taking in order to accomplish that?
well, I mean, one, dealing with my phone in the morning, and two, I mean, for me, I need to get back into my. I need to read the Bible and get back into my side of things, and then
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm gonna do. You need to refocus on everything instead of wasting my time. And then when I'm in the moment and actually thinking about life and not just living life, then everything will be fine.
Gotcha. Something else I thought of that frustrates me about doom scrolling or just consuming content. It's like, I know you're not supposed to like maximize fun. Like, that's not a thing. But I feel like doom scrolling and that type of stuff is like the intermediate of working and not and gaming or doing something that you actually really enjoy.
No, you're right. You said maximize fun, and then it turned in my mind. I was like, oh yeah, that's the minimized fun.
Yep, exactly.
That points to what I did this week, which was I took an extra day off, and me and Heather just played, which was it felt a little wrong, but at the same time felt so right. It
Yeah.
was like I needed time with her just to have some
Yeah.
fun.
There's nothing wrong with like gaming. The issue, like my issue is like yeah, take a day and just game. That's awesome. My issue is like if I'm doom scrolling, yeah, it's like I'm or if I'm just consuming content mindlessly. Like
Right.
I'm not playing a game which I actually enjoy. I don't feel good afterwards because like if I'm gaming and I have fun and whatever, that's awesome. But I don't feel good after consuming a bunch of content. I just feel okay. Now what? Like I just feel like it's gone and there's like a an emptiness of like okay, well, I want to do it more because it distracts your brain from the actual work. So it's like if you're not working, if you don't feel like working or you just can't work right now, make sure to just enjoy your time versus it's better to game than it is to doom scroll, I think. Because then you're making a conscious choice.
It's like when you're playing The Sims and you can choose to do the activity that's going to raise your stuff a lot, or just do something that's kind of like just do a minimum amount while it's doing other stuff. I feel like doom scrolling feels a lot like that, where it's like an inefficient way of increasing your entertainment bar,
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is.
but it lies to you, and you think that it's better than it is.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh well, you're doing all these other things. You're learning. You're doing, you know.
Yeah.
No, you're
Yeah.
really not doing much.
It's crazy how that
And
works.
the worst thing about it is, like, let's say I'm on like a break at work. I'm on a 15-minute break,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, I'll
I know
just
where this is
pop
going.
out my phone, dude. Your break feels like it is so done so fast, and your
Oh
brain
yeah.
never got a chance to just release the tension. So the other day, I was like, last 5 minutes, I'm like, moved my phone away, and I just sat there in silence for a minute outside, just like, I'm like, this is more profitable
Dude. Yeah.
than at least I feel like I've experienced the 5 minute period. Whereas when you're doom scrolling, just it's like a time traveling loop. You don't even know how much
Yes.
time's gone by, and you're just, well, time is
Yeah.
done now.
That's why at
Gosh.
work I will doom scroll, but during my breaks I don't touch my phone. Cause yeah, for that reason exactly. It's just like gone. You're done.
Yeah, I mean, I realized they did a very good job designing that aspect. But there comes a time when you have to realize it and then go, okay, is that necessarily what I want my life to be like? Or
Yeah. Yeah.
do I want to fast forward every moment that I have?
It's like the movie Click. You have the
I've seen it.
oh, he's got like a remote control where he can like speed up his life, and so It ends up skipping the boring parts. We can do
No.
that with YouTube shorts.
Yeah. Really, really can. Um, that's what it feels like. I'm fast forwarding. And it's funny because those are the moments you're like, oh, finally, I get a break, or
Yeah.
I have some hours here. Done. And what did you gain from it? Nothing.
Yeah. I would challenge you to to recall anything that you've actually learned,
Yeah.
like actual specifics like you could use right now to do anything. And it's like, ugh, it sucks because it is a trick to your brain.
It's like, no, I'm never going to need to know how to extract that type of pipe out of my, it's like, those are the kind of crap that I end up watching. It's like, and you know how many stinking videos on cars that I've watched in my life and I do nothing with cars? Like,
Yep.
why? You know? Like, it's like I'm so dumb that the titles trick me into thinking there's valuable information that I may need to know sometime. And I was like, no, okay. After a week of doing that, I realized it's all just crap that I don't need. And if I really need something, I'll just look it up in the moment while I'm doing it. That's when it's all really valuable.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
maybe a good takeaway from this whole rant we've been going on is check your distractions, because they're probably not doing you a whole lot of good.
no.
My goals going into this week, because we had talked about yours. My goals going into this week are I wanted to finish the line art and I wanted to get it colored, or at least put in some base colors. And I didn't even get the line art finished. It's almost done, but I should easily finish it today and then hopefully put in some colors today, which will be nice.
Mm. Yeah. Well, I'm excited that you get a day, and
Having it right after this is really nice.
hopefully what we talked about right now can
Yeah.
stop whatever problem could happen.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I miss my day to myself, and I didn't realize how much even one commitment would allow me to muff it all up. So I guess if there's any caution I can throw in, it's like, man, you don't think that you think that oh, one little thing, that's just this little timepiece in here in the middle, or later on a little bit, and you're like, oh yeah, I can do this. That's not going to interfere in any, dude. For me, it does. For me, it opens the door for not focusing on the day. I don't know. I guess that's the simplest way I can put it. And then as soon as I'm not focusing,
Yep.
anything's possible
Yep.
except productivity.
Yeah. There's a certain level of making sure to set up your day for success. And then maybe there is maybe a time, setting a specific time for things if you have to schedule something for your day. So that way you have from X until X to actually get stuff done.
Yeah, I mean, if you had to, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Right.
For me, I've just got to do everything in my power to allow for there to be as little as possible, and go from there.
All right, James, what are your goals this week?
To
I've been
not have a
marking down.
crappy week. That's my goal. I mean, in general. Um, to feel like Thursday was a great day for me, like that I actually was, in the mode for the, creation aspect and not not to use my phone in my mornings to destroy my morning. Any day. I need to just get out of that. I could do some things possibly in the morning. Anyway, so and I'm obviously avoiding saying what I want to do because fixing those things is the most important thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to highlight that. Um, beyond that, um, actually looking at what I want to accomplish, I need to print out my story and I need to do some editing. That's what I need to do. That's what I need to focus on. Um, and so that's what my Thursday is going to be. Doing that.
Okay.
And if I can accomplish, if I can feel like I don't have a crappy week and I can do that on Thursday, I'll feel pretty good. But the extra thing that it's like I really want to maybe be asked about is
Mm-hmm.
if I am more in the moment, more focused, and less distracted. I want to be. I want to be in the moment. That's what I want to be. So,
Okay. Cool. Yeah, so I have not to use phone in the morning, print out story and edit, and then more focused.
yeah, so I want to be back on track is what I want to be. I feel like I
Back on track. He's back. Back on track.
So I make a lot of fires outside, right?
Yeah.
And if there's one thing I've learned, it's don't trust that you just put out a fire, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I create a soup now. Like there's no possibility anything's going to go wrong.
Yeah. You make a fire soup.
Because I've seen dead fires come back from the grave, man, and in hard ways. Well, apparently, my father did not have the same kind of tutelage as I have.
You didn't make
So
him
this
fire
guy,
soup.
this guy did not make fire soup. he put out his fire, and later on, he's like, "Yeah, it's been like hours. I'm gonna throw this in my compost bin that consists of
Oh
yard,
no.
like old dry yard clippings and all these things." So he wakes up to like some 3 o'clock in the morning phone call from his neighbor about how the fence is on fire. So a huge section of their fence just totally. They were out there
Oh
water
my.
hoses at 3 o'clock in the morning, spraying this thing down. Whole fence just totally decimated.
Dang.
I was like, oh, great. So that's what I get to
Help
help
with.
them with after this.
Lucky. No, that's. I haven't made a lot of fires, but I do know the soup method because, I mean, when we went and made fires, we saw that they. I saw that exact thing happen, or we did.
You talk about Joe. We've always taken care of our hundred
Always been
percent.
soupy.
Yeah, yeah. Never. I guess it's a little bit of a theme of this week. It's like put out your stupid fires.
Yeah. Make
I need to
some.
put out my crappy phone scenarios and all these things. I just need to put out all the little fires in my life, and get back to a clean slate. And
Yeah. My
life
goals
would be
this
better.
week are wake up early at least 3 days. Wake up early 3 days this week. And actually like work on illustration. I'm going to start calling it Illy for short. And then, I did mention that I want to be working on the illustration at other times. So I want work on Illy. At other times. You good?
Yeah. Like twisting and breaking bottle cap things. Like, well, not bottle caps, but anyway, yeah. Entertaining myself while you're talking about Illy.
All right, so those are my goals for the week. I think those are worthy goals.
Worthy goals.
Worthy goals. All right. We gotta get better, James. That's where we're making this podcast. We're to reflect, to learn, to grow, and to help us refocus every week.
Yeah.
You know what we need to do? Like a Werther's original, we need to get back to basics. Back
That's
to what's
funny.
good.
Nobody talks about candy just randomly to me, but the last person to randomly talk to me about candy talked to me about Werther's Original.
That's
So,
weird.
yeah. It was a lengthy conversation, too.
Oh. Well, I don't have a
There
lot to
wasn't-
say other than these were free. And they taste better than not eating. Marginally.
They're very smooth.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get the right ones, they're really good. But anyway, enough for that.
Thank you for listening to our candy podcast. We'll be back next week when we try a Smars bar.
scrumptious bar or whatever.
Exactly.
Scrumptious.
All right. Thank you for listening. Do remember to leave comments and like the video.
Oh yeah, because we could use it too.
And we can manage our comments fast now.
Oh yeah, we can manage those comments.
We
So
can do it.
definitely throw us a comment,
Yeah. Tell us your thoughts. What are you thinking right now?
please. Rant about us. We don't care.
All right.
Hope you got something useful out of this.
Yes. Yes. Because it's important to grow. And even if that means relearning things that you thought you've already learned. There's always room for growth. And that's what we're doing here.
Always week of derailments, so you just gotta get back on.
It's not about perfection, it's persistence. All right, bye.
Later.